Hello there, thanks for stopping by Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode 164, and this time out we are at Candlestick Park in San Francisco, California for game number 57 of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Oldtimer Kings King of the Hill tournament, which has the current Kings 1962 San Francisco Giants taking on the 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers. Before we get to the starting lineups, let's take a look at the status of the Hill. So the Giants, knocking off the Yankees in game 56, have gotten themselves to 6 wins, and so they're in the mix of things. The Dodgers, the 53 Dodgers, a very disappointing 2-6, need to string together a few wins to have any sort of chance of reaching the Goodell Cup Finals. And we have the 1965 Twins on deck with the 1961 Reds in the hole. All right, so let's get to today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Brooklyn Dodgers, leading off at second base is Jim Gilliam. Batting second at shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Batting third, center fielder Duke Snider. Batting fourth in left field is Jackie Robinson. Batting fifth, catcher Roy Campanella. Batting sixth, first baseman Gil Hodges. Batting seventh, right fielder Carl Furillo. Batting eighth is third baseman Billy Cox. Batting ninth, and pitching is Preacher Rowe. In 1953, he was 11-3 with a 4.36 ERA, 157 innings pitched. He is a number 1 hitting pitcher, so he'll get that card placed into the lineup. And it looks like I need to do some sort of adjustment on the lighting. Let's see. I apologize for this. Oh boy. Can't get the glare off of this thing. As much as I like to show it, we'll put it down here. All right, but the lighting's much better. Okay. Now for the current Kings. The 1962 San Francisco Giants, leading off in left field, Harvey Keene. Batting second at second base, Chuck Hiller. Batting third in right field, Felipe Alou. Batting fourth in center field, Willie Mays. Batting fifth at first base, Orlando Cepeda. Batting sixth, third baseman Jim Davenport. Seventh is the catcher, Tom Haller. Batting eighth, shortstop Jose Pagan. And on the hill and batting ninth is Billy O'Dell. In 1962, he was 19-14 with a 3.52 ERA, 281 innings pitched. He is also a number 1 hitting pitcher, so he'll get that card placed into the lineup for him. All right, all the preliminaries are completed. Odell's finished his warm-up tosses. Gilliam enters the batter's box, and we are underway. And it's a ground ball to first baseman Orlando Cepeda. He's going to take that unassisted for the first out. So 1 out for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. Brings up shortstop Pee Wee Reese. And that's a strikeout. 2 down, first strikeout for Odell. Two outs, nobody on for center fielder Duke Snider. Pitch from Odell. And that's a 2-out single, so Snider's on base. He makes the turn, but he's going to hold there at first. So he's there with 2 outs, and that brings up left fielder Jackie Robinson. Here's the pitch from Odell. And Robinson hits a fly ball to center field. Willie Mays is under that, makes the catch for the 3rd out. And that's it for the Dodgers in the top of the first. So with 1/2 inning completed, it's the Dodgers 0. And the Giants coming to bat. Odell gets his first fatigue point. And Preacher Rowe out on the mound. Leading off for the Giants will be Harvey Keene, left fielder. Pitch from Rowe. It's a fly ball to center field. Duke Snider's under that, near the track, makes the catch, one away. So one out, nobody on for second baseman Chuck Hiller. Here's the pitch. And Hiller gets a hold of this one. It's in the left center field gap. He rounds first and slides into second with a one-out double. So, Giants have a runner in scoring position with one out. And Felipe Alou comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball to left field. And Jackie Robinson's under that, makes the catch for the second out. And Hiller holds up at second base. So a man on second with two outs for center fielder Willie Mays. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball to deep left field. Robinson's under that at the track near the wall, makes the catch for the third out. And the Giants leave a runner in scoring position. Can't get him home. And with one inning complete, we are scoreless. Preacher gets his first fatigue point. And Billy Odell's coming out for the second inning. He's going to face Roy Campanella, Gil Hodges, and Carl Furillo. Campanella's in the box. There's the pitch from Odell. And that's a leadoff single for Roy. Second hit for the Dodgers. So he's on first, nobody out. And first baseman Gil Hodges. Dodgers are desperate for a win here. Here's the pitch. And that's back-to-back singles off of Odell. Right up the middle. Campanella's going to hold it second. So there's runners on first and second, nobody out. And right fielder Carl Furillo. Pitch from Odell. It's a ground ball to shortstop Jose Pagan. He's going to fire over to Hiller, who in turn tosses it to Cepeda for the 6-4-3 double play. They force Hodges at second. That allows Campanella to move to third. So he's there with two outs now. And third baseman Billy Cox. Pitch from Odell. That was a 3. And he hits a ground ball to shortstop Jose Pagan over to Orlando Cepeda. 6-3 put out for the third out. 2 hits from the Dodgers in the top of the second, but no runs. And after 1.5, we remain scoreless. Billy Odell gets his second fatigue point. So we're going to the bottom of the second. 0-0. Leading off for the Giants will be Orlando Cepeda, first baseman. Pitch from Rowe. That's a leadoff single for Cepeda. He holds it first. Brings up third baseman Jim Davenport. Pitch from Rowe. Low and outside. Davenport trots down to first base. Cepeda moves up to second. So now it's the Giants with runners on first and second and nobody out. And catcher Tom Haller. Here's the pitch from Preacher Rowe. And that one is in the left center gap. Cepeda's going to come around third to score. Davenport's going to hold up at third. And Haller slides into second with a RBI double. And the Giants are on the board, so Preacher Row picks up another fatigue point. Still no one out. Runners on second and third. And shortstop Jose Pagan. Here's the pitch. This one, down the left field line, off the wall, bounces away from Jackie Robinson, or excuse me, yes, Jackie Robinson. Davenport scores. Howler scores. Pagan rounds second and slides into third with a 2 RBI triple. And it is 3-0 in favor of the Giants. Preacher Row gets his fourth fatigue point, third and fourth. And Johnny Padres is taking his jacket off out in the bullpen. So it's 3-0 Giants, still no one out and a man on third. That's going to bring up Billy Odell. Pitch from Rowe. And that's a strikeout. One out. First strikeout for Rowe. Back to the top of the order for the Giants and Harvey Keene, who is 0 for 1. We got Jose Pagan on third. Here's the pitch from Rowe. It's a ground ball to second base, but it's an X check for Jim Gilliam. He's a 2. We roll an 11. His only play is to go to first. For the 4-3 putout and the second out, but that allows Pagan to score, and it's 4-0 in favor of the Giants. And Rowe has his fifth fatigue point. So Keene drives in Pagan. Now the bases are empty with 2 outs. Second baseman Chuck Hiller. Giants lead 4-0. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout. So that's it for the Giants. Rowe gets Hiller to strike out looking. But not before the Giants pick up 4 runs. And after 2, they lead this one 4-0. Preacher Rowe gets another fatigue point. He's at 6. So Billy Odell has a nice little cushion to deal with as he is going to face his counterpart here, Preacher Rowe. Pitch from Odell. And Rowe lifts this one to right field. Felipe Alou is under that. Makes the catch, 1 away. Back to the top of the order for the Dodgers. Jim Gilliam, who's 0 for 1. Here's a pitch. Way inside, and that is a 1-out walk. Oh, we need to get 4 runs here. 4 on. No, he had a triple. Sorry about that. All right, so that is a 1-out walk for Gilliam. He's down there at first base. That's going to bring up Pee Wee Reese. He is also 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Pitch from Odell. Yeah, that's a single right up the middle. It's going to allow Gilliam to move up to second. So the Dodgers have runners on first and second with 1 out, and Duke Snyder, center fielder, comes to the plate. He singled his last time up. Here's the pitch from Odell. And he hits a hard liner, but right at Hiller, who makes the catch. Tosses over to first base, but Reese gets back in time. And now there's 2 away. Still runners on first and second for Jackie Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 1. Pitch from Odell. And Robinson gets underneath this one, lifts it to right field. Near the warning track. Alou makes the catch for the third out. So the Dodgers threaten with a couple of hits. Can't get anyone home, so after 2.5 complete, it's the Giants 4 and the Dodgers nothing. And Odell will get his third fatigue point. Preacher Rose back out. Johnny Padres has been warming up and he's ready to go if needed. First batter for the Giants here in the bottom of the third is Felipe Alou. Giants lead 4-0. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to shortstop. It's the next check for Pee Wee Reese. He's a 2. We roll a 7. Nice play by Reese. He fires over to Gil Hodges for the first out here in the bottom of the third. So 1 out, nobody on for Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Rowe. This time he hits a ground ball to Pee Wee Reese, and just as the last one, it's a 6-3 put out over to Gil Hodges, and there are 2 away. 2 outs, nobody on for Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda's 1 for 1. He singled to scored a run his last time up. Here's the pitch from Rowe. And that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Preacher ends the bottom of the third. So the Giants go 1, 2, 3, and after 3 innings complete, it is the Giants 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Rowe gets fatigue point number 7. Billy Odell, who is at 3, is out here for the top of the 4th, and it's going to be Roy Campanella, Gil Hodges, and Carl Furillo. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball to right field. And it's going to be an X check for Felipe Alou. He's a 2. And we roll a 6. And he makes a shoestring catch out there for the first out. There's 1 away. That brings up first baseman Gil Hodges. Hodges singled his first time up. Here's the pitch. And Hodges is 2 for 2. Another base hit up the middle. So he's there at first base with 1 out, and Carl Furillo. Furillo hit into a double play his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Odell. He gets under this one. It's going to stay in the infield. Jim Davenport's under that. Near the third base bag, makes the catch. And there are 2 away. So 2 outs with a man on first and Billy Cox. Pitch from Odell. He pops this one up. Once again, over there is Jim Davenport. In fair territory, makes the catch. And that is it for the Dodgers. So another hit, but no runs. And after 3.5, it remains the Giants 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Billy Odell gets fatigue point number 4. Preacher Rose coming back out. Johnny Padres is ready. And he's going to face Davenport, Haller, and Pagan here in the bottom of the 4th with the Giants leading 4-0. Pitch from Rowe. It's a catcher's card X. And Roy Campanella is a 1. We roll a 9. Davenport gets under this one. It's in fair territory. Campanella's calling everyone off and makes the catch for the first out. So 1 out, nobody on for Tom Haller. Haller had an RBI double his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Pitch from Rowe. And that is back-to-back doubles for Haller. This time it's a standing double. So he's on second with 1 out, and Jose Pagan, who tripled his last time up, a 2 RBI triple. Here's the pitch from Rowe. And it's a ground ball to shortstop. The only play for Pee Wee Reese is the first base. Over to Gil Hodges, 6-3 put out for the second out. That allows Haller to move to third. So he's there at third with 2 outs. And that brings up Billy O'Dell, who struck out his first time up. Pitch from Rowe. And that's another strikeout. Strikeout number 4 ends the inning. So no runs and 1 hit for the the Giants. And after 4 complete, it's the Giants 4. And the Dodgers nothing. Rowe gets fatigue point number 8. And he's the first man up, but his day is done. Johnny Padres will be the new pitcher for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. So Rowe's day is done, and pinch hitting for him is going to be Al Walker, backup catcher. All right, so Al Walker pinch hitting for Preacher Rowe. And Padres will be the new pitcher for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. All right. Pitch from O'Dell. It's a fly ball to right field. Alou's under that. Makes the catch. And there's 1 away. All right. So back to the top of the order, and Jim Gilliam. Gilliam is 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball, but right at Hiller at second base. Over to Cepeda. 4-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down. So Pee Wee Reese comes to bat with the bases empty and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from O'Dell. And that's a strikeout. And that is strikeout number 2 for O'Dell. And the Dodgers go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 5th. So after 4.5, it's the Giants 4, the Dodgers nothing. O'Dell gets fatigue point number 5. It's back to the top of the order for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th. And the new pitcher for the Dodgers is Johnny Padres. In 1953, he was 9-4 with a 4.23 ERA, 115 innings pitched. And as I mentioned, top of the order for the Giants, so it's Harvey Keene, who's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Padres. And it's a fly ball to left field. Jackie Robinson's under that. And there's 1 away. Here's Chuck Hiller. Pitch. And it's a ground ball to second base. Hiller to Cepeda. No, that's not right. Gilliam to Hodges. And there are 2 away. 2 outs, nobody on. Felipe Alou. Alou is 0 for 2. And here's the pitch from Padres. 2-6. And that's a ground ball to third baseman. Cox over to Hodges. 5-3 put out. And the Giants go 1-2-3. So after 5 complete, it remains the Giants 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Padres gets his first fatigue point. Billy Odell, who is at 5, is out here for the top of the 6th, excuse me. And it's Duke Snider. Snider is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball to right field. At the track, Lou makes the catch, and there is 1 away. Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson's 0 for 2. Pitch from Odell. Man, that's a strikeout. Gets him looking. That's strikeout number 3 for Odell. So Roy Campanella comes to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball back to Odell. It's an X check. He's a 2, as all pitchers are in this basic game, and we roll an 18. And Odell makes a nice stab, jogs towards first base, tosses underhand to Cepeda. And the Dodgers go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 6th. So after 5.5, it remains the Giants 4, Dodgers nothing. Dell gets fatigue point number 6. Johnny Padres is out here for the bottom of the 6th. And he's going to face Willie Mays first, followed by Orlando Cepeda and Jim Davenport. Here's the pitch. That's inside, and that is a leadoff walk for Mays. Trots down to first base. So he's there with nobody out, and Orlando Cepeda, who is 1 for 2. Pitch from Padres. And he hits a single up the middle. Mays holds up at second base. So Giants are in business again. Men on first and second, nobody out. And Jim Davenport. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, and the bases are loaded. Those are base on balls. All right, bases loaded, nobody out. Tom Haller's coming to the plate, and the Dodgers are bringing the infield in. Pitch from Padres. Man, that's a strikeout. Big strikeout there. That's the first one for Padres. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next up, Jose Pagan. Pagan had that big triple, that 2 RBI triple back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Padres. It's a ground ball to third base. And Cox fires home. They get the force on Mays. Everybody moves up 90. And Pagan reaches on the fielder's choice. So a nice play by Cox there at third base. Prevents another run for the Giants, and there are 2 away. So bases are still loaded. And Billy Odell, who's 0 for 2. Couple strikeouts. Pitch from Padres. This time it's a fly ball to center field. Duke Snider's under that, makes the catch. And the side is retired. So Padres gets out of a jam. Keeps the Giants from increasing their lead. And after 6 innings of play, it's the Giants 4, Dodgers nothing. Padres gets his second fatigue point. Billy O'Dell's out here for the top of the 7th. And it's going to be Gil Hodges, Carl Furillo, and Billy Cox. Here's the pitch. Hodges gets a hold of this one to deep center field. Willie Mays back to the track, to the wall. It's way up, out of here, gone. A leadoff blast from Gil Hodges, and the Dodgers are on the board. And it's now 4-1. So Odell gets his 7th fatigue point. That brings up Carl Furillo. Pitch from Odell. That's a fly ball to center field. It sends Mays back to the track again, but he's under this one. Near the wall, makes the catch, and there is 1 away. So 1 out, nobody on for Billy Cox. Giants lead 4-1. Pitch from Odell. That's a ground ball to Orlando Cepeda. He waves off Odell's going to take it himself. And there are 2 away. And it's back to the pitcher's spot. And I think that's going to be it for Johnny Padres, who I did not write in here. Clem Levine is warming up for the Dodgers. And pinch hitting for Padres is going to be Wayne Bilardi. All right, get that in here. Pinch hit, top of the 7th. All right, so there's 2 outs, nobody on. Giants lead 4-1. Pitch from Odell. And it's a ground ball to first base. Cepeda, once again, is going to go unassisted to the bag for the 3rd out. But the Dodgers do pick up a run on Hodges' home run. And as we stretch them, it's the Giants 4 and the Dodgers 1. Billy O'Dell is going to get another fatigue point. And I got to count him here because I'm not sure if I gave him 1 for the home run. Yes, I did. So he's at 8. All right, we stretch him. I'm going to take a little drink. As you can hear, I'm starting to get hoarse because I'm not totally over this recent illness. But we're getting there. All right, so Padres' day is done. New pitcher for the Dodgers is Clem Levine. In 1953, he was 11-6 with a 2.78 ERA, 110 innings pitched. He is a starter reliever, so he is good for 7 fatigue points. He's going to face the top of the order here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's Harvey Keene, Jim Hiller, and Felipe Alou. Or Chuck Hiller, excuse me. And Felipe Alou. Here's the pitch. And that's a line drive, but right at Jim Gilliam. And there's 1 away. Chuck Hiller. Pitch. Another ground ball. This one to Gilliam. Over to Hodges. 4-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. So Base is empty with 2 outs for Felipe Alou. Here's the pitch from Levine. That's a 2-out single. Alou makes the turn, but he holds at first base. And that's going to bring up Willie Mays, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. And that's a bit high, and it's another walk for Mays. He trots down to first base. Alou moves up to second. Runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Orlando Cepeda comes to the plate. Giants would like to get that run back from Hodges' home run. Cepeda is 2 for 3. Here's the pitch from Levine. It's a fly ball to center field, deep, sends Duke Snider back to the track, to the wall, where he makes the catch for the 3rd out. And after 7 innings, it is the Giants 4 and the Dodgers 1. Levine gets his first fatigue point. And they got to write him in here. So he gets 1 fatigue point. Billy O'Dell's coming back out. He's at 8 here as we go to the top of the 8th. And it's the top of the order for the Dodgers. Gilliam, Reese, Snider. Pitch from O'Dell. It's a leadoff single. From Jim Gilliam. Good start for the Dodgers. Brings up Pee Wee Reese. He's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Pitch from O'Dell. It's a fly ball to left field, but it's going to be an X check for Harvey Keene. He's a 3. We roll a 7. And he makes that catch out there. It's a diving catch for the 1st out, but that allows Gilliam to tag up and move up to second base. He is in scoring position, so he's there with 1 out for Duke Snider. Here in the top of the 8th with the Giants leading 4-1. Pitch from O'Dell. And Snider gets a hold of that one. It's off the wall out in left field. Gilliam comes around third. He's going to score. And Snider is in. Stand-up double. Picks up the RBI. And O'Dell gets fatigue point number 9. And it's now 4-2. There's a man on second. Still only 1 out. And Jackie Robinson comes to the plate. Tying run is Jackie Robinson at the plate. Here's the pitch from O'Dell. And it's a ground ball to third baseman Jim Davenport. His only play is to get Robinson, and they barely get him at first base for the 2nd out, and that allows Snider to move to third. So 2 outs, man on third. Giants trail, or excuse me, Dodgers trail 4-2. Here's the pitch from O'Dell. And it's now 4-3 as Campanella has an RBI single right up the middle. Snider comes around to score. O'Dell gets his 10th fatigue point. And there is activity out there in the Giants bullpen. And it's going to be Billy Pierce warming up because it's now 4-3. Campanella's RBI single. So he's at first base with 2 outs. And Gil Hodges, who homered his last time up and is 3 for 3 in this game, it's probably be the last batter for O'Dell. Here's the pitch. And it's a strikeout. He gets out of the jam. But not before giving up 2 runs. That was strikeout number 4 for O'Dell. But the Dodgers pick up 2 here in the top of the 8th and now only trailed by one, 4-3. Odell will get his 11th fatigue point, so his day is essentially done. Here's Clem Labine coming out for the bottom of the 8th. First batter is Jim Davenport. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and that's a leadoff walk. Brings up Tom Haller. Haller is 2 for 3. Pitch from Labine. Gets under this one. Campanella, back near the screen, makes the catch. And there's one away. So man on first with one out for shortstop Jose Pagan, who is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Labine. It's a fly ball to center field. And Duke Snyder is under that, makes the catch, 2 away. Davenport holds it first. And as mentioned, the day is done for Billy Odell. And pinch hitting for the Giants is going to be Willie McCovey. All right, so there's a man at first with 2 outs. And Labine to McCovey. It's a ground ball back to Labine. And he fires over to Gil Hodges for the 1-3 putout to end the inning. So no runs, no hits from the Giants here in the bottom of the 8th. They leave a runner stranded on first. And with 8 complete, it's a ball game. Giants lead 4-3. Labine gets his 2nd fatigue point. As mentioned, Billy Odell's day is done, and the new pitcher for the Giants is Billy Pierce. In 1962, he was 16-6 with a 3.5 ERA, 162 innings pitched. And it'll be Farillo Cox and the pitcher spot. Here's the pitch. And Farillo gets a hold of this one. It's down the left field line. Keene's going for it, but it's off the wall. It rolls away from him. Farillo rounds second and slides into third with a lead-off triple. So the tying run is 90 feet away. And the infield is in. Actually, yep, the infield's in. Here's the pitch from Pierce. It's a ground ball to short. A look over to Farillo, holds him there. And Pagan fires over to Cepeda for the first out. There's one away. And we are at the pitcher spot, so Clem Labine's day is done. And pinch hitting for him is going to be George Shuba. And warming up for the Dodgers is Billy Lowe's, if they get the opportunity to go to the bottom of the 9th. So there's a runner on third, 1 out. And that run would tie the game. And Shuba steps into the batter's box. The infield is in, and here's the pitch. Low and outside, and it's a walk. So that puts runners on the corners. with 1 out. Infield is still in for Jim Gilliam here. Pitch from Pierce. And Gilliam hits that one into left field. It's a double. This game is tied. Slides into second. Furillo scores. Pierce gets his first fatigue point. And we are knotted up at 4. Still only 1 out. Excuse me, and Shuba moves over to third. So it's second and third with 1 out. The infield is still in. And Pee Wee Reese comes to the plate. Pitch from Pierce. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Only play for Pagan is over at first for the second out, and George Shuba scores. And it's now Dodgers 5, Giants 4. And Gilliam moves to third. So now there's a runner on third with 2 outs. And boy, has the tide changed. That brings up Duke Snyder. Pitch from Pierce. It's a fly ball to right field. And Felipe Alou's under that, makes the catch for the third out. But the Dodgers get 2 runs on 2 hits. And now lead this one 5-4. Pierce picks up another fatigue point. And it's the top of the order here in the bottom of the 9th for the Giants. And the San Francisco faithful are in shock. So, leading off for the Giants here in the bottom of the 9th, they now trail 5-4. Excuse me, it's Harvey Keene. Here's the pitch. This one's going to stay in the infield. And Jim Gilliam's under that, makes the catch. 1 away. Next is second baseman Chuck Hiller for Billy Lowe's, and I forgot to write Lowe's in here. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball to right field. Carl Furillo's under that. 2 away. Last chance for the Giants is Felipe Alou. They trail 5-4. Here's the pitch. And it is a deep fly ball to center field. It is off the wall, just missed leaving the park. And Alou cruises into second with a 2-out double. So there's still life for the Giants with Willie Mays coming to the plate. The Giants trail 5-4. Mays is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Tying run is in scoring position, and Mays represents the winner. Here's the pitch from Lowe's. Way outside. I don't think he really wanted to face Willie, and it's another walk. So now it's first and second with 2 outs, and Orlando Cepeda. Lowe's wipes the sweat from his brow, puts his cap back on, and pitches to Cepeda. And it is a base hit. So, Cepeda to first, Mays to second, Alou to third, and let's check his running. He's a 1 to 16 with 2 outs. He becomes a 1 to 18. He's being waved home, and he is safe, and this game is tied. So Cepeda comes through. And on the throw home, that allows Mays and Cepeda to move up to second and third. So now it's second and third. The winning run is 90 feet away. Second and third with 2 outs. And here's the pitch from Lowe's. It's a ground ball to short. Pee Wee Reese to Gil Hodges, and we are going to extra innings. The Dodgers were 1 out away from winning this one, and then things fell apart. We are tied at 5 after 9. Billy Lowe's is going to get another fatigue point, or his first fatigue point, I should say. And Billy Pierce is back out here for the top of the 10th. And it's going to be Jackie Robinson leading things off for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. It's a catcher's card X. And Haller is a 3. We roll a 3. And he's under that in fair territory. He makes the catch. There's 1 away. So 1 out, nobody on for Roy Campanella. A lot of drama in this one, and we are in extra innings. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to second base, another X check. Hiller's a 3. We roll an 11. And nice play by Hiller. 4-3 put out, and they're 2 down. It's 2 outs, nobody on for Gil Hodges, who has a homer in this game. In fact, he is 3 for 4. Here's the pitch. This time it's a ground ball to third baseman Jim Davenport over to Orlando Cepeda, and the Dodgers go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 10th. And we remain tied at 5. Pierce gets his 3rd fatigue point. Lowe's, who's at 1. Actually, Lowe's should be at 2 because of that run scored by Alou. He's going to face Tom Haller. Jose Pagan and the pitcher spot, and I'm not sure what's going to happen there because these benches are getting short with these 20-man rosters. But here's the pitch from Lowe. And it's a strikeout. Hoo-hoo. Look at that 2-8. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 10th. First strikeout for Lowe's. Brings up Jose Pagan. Pitch from Lowe's. It's a fly ball to right field. Ferrillo's under that. 2 up, 2 down. Decision time. I got to take a look at the bench here. Who do we have left? Matty Alou's coming to the plate. And Stu Miller is going to warm up for the Giants. All right, so Matty Alou with the chance to win this one. Here's the pitch from Lowe's. How about that? That is a 1. That is a triple down the left field line. And Matty Alou slides into third base 90 feet away from winning this one. And we are back to the top of the order for the Giants with Harvey Keene. Can he bring him home? Keane is 0 for 5. If he needs to get off the snide, this is the perfect time to do it. Here's the pitch from Lowe's. And Keane hits one into the left center gap. Matty Alou comes around to score, and the Giants win this one. Six to 5 on Harvey Keane's RBI double here in the bottom of the 10th. All right. Let's get some totals for you. All right, the Dodgers. Tough break for the Dodgers. They really needed this win. They had 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. The Giants, 6 runs on 11 hits, and they also committed no errors. The winning pitcher is Billy Pierce, and the loss goes to Billy Lowe's. Some late inning drama and a really good game. I enjoyed playing that one. So the Giants will go to 7 and 5, and they are right in the mix of things. Dodgers drop to 2 and 7 and fall to the bottom of the hill, and the Giants will face the 4 and 5 1965 Twins in game number 58 of this tournament. Well, if you hung out with me, I appreciate it, and I'll be back again in the near future with another video. And until then, take care.